and kind of did himself some harm in that process. So he wants to fight closer to his weight now of 170 pounds if he does it again. So we'll see.
Yeah, for sure. And I would love to see Woodley versus GSP at some point. I feel like, I don't know, for me, I think that's a more fun than sort of the McGregor one, even though obviously the build-up there will be huge. Just quickly, Kenny, before we talk about Kasai, while we've got you, and this is obviously our last show before UFC 219, want to quickly get a couple of quick predictions and pick your brain. Obviously, the first one being Cris Cyborg's fight against Holly Holm. Bit of a tough one to predict. How do you see this one playing out if you sort of had to predict it?
And this is a fascinating fight for me because Cyborg is just like a Tasmanian devil in the way that she fights. Just all aggression, all offense, coming forward. And then you have Holly Holm, which is really a very interesting opposite to her, a counter fighter, someone who really values the idea of footwork and defense and counter shots and counter punching. And if there's one woman in the world who can maybe counter punch with Cyborg, it's Holly Holm, right? I mean, she's a multiple-time boxing world champion, kickboxing world champion, has upset people in the past, obviously, with her most famous fight, most famous win being over Ronda Rousey. So I think it's an interesting fight. I think the longer the fight goes, the more it favors Holly Holm. I just don't know if she can do it consistently against someone like Cyborg. And on top of that, it's not like Cyborg is just a striker, right? I mean, she has good takedowns. She's very strong. She's big for the division. I think Holm is one of the few women who can contend with the power of Cyborg. I think she's very strong and built as well. She's a tremendous athlete. I just don't know if she's fast enough, and I don't know if she's able to thwart those takedown attempts from Cyborg. Cyborg, she's a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. She's going to have brutal ground and pound. She has decent submissions on the ground. And I think she has the advantage on the ground, certainly against Holly Holm. So it's going to be a very interesting fight. But as of right now, I mean, I got to favor Cyborg. I just don't know, if Holly Holm is going to be able to counter-strike consistently against someone like Cyborg. But it's possible. If there's one woman who can do it, I think it's Holly Holm.